All right, MarK Dill. What did I learn? MarK gave us a very interesting talk. Uh, I did learn that he knows racing inside out. One of the things I learned from him was that attendance is down for the big events like the 500, um, Watkins Glen, NASCAR. In fact, Watkins Glen um, is no longer going to race Indy cars due to attendance. TV viewership is down. The demographics of attendance um, is aging. Said that the average person that buys a ticket to the Indy 500 is 53 years old. Um, One of the things that I liked was when he talked about the festival concept. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and when I moved down here, I was amazed that there was no Indie Fest. Milwaukee, we have Summerfest, Italian Fest, German Fest, um, Afro Fest, Native American Fest. I think I've covered them all, and it brings a lot of people into the city where we could bring a lot of people to the race if we had an Indie Fest during the month of May. Um, we could have music, we could have racing, we could have grassroots racing, plus the 500. Um, this would really bring in a younger crowd to the race. One of the things I agree with him is about how all of the cars, of the Indy cars, are pretty much the same car with a different paint job. Whenever I talk to people like me that have grew up in the 50s and 60s in the car culture of the time, and I ask them why they've lost interest in Indy, is they say, well, the cars are all about the same. The drivers are all from foreign countries. I don't know who the drivers even are. Some of them I can't even pronounce their names. Um, they liked racing back in the days when people were bringing new technology into the race. Um, I think back to even as far back as the 40s when the Offenhauser engine replaced the Miller engine, and um, when Lotus came to Indy and the rear engine revolution. And back then, you'd get an idea, you'd find out about somebody's bringing something new to Indy, and you'd get excited to see if it worked. And as for the drivers, I mean, years ago, the there wasn't a separation. You had one set of people. You didn't have one set of people that drove stock cars and one um, set of people that drove Indy cars. They, for the most part, they were one and the same. So you got to know the drivers driving the stock cars, and those same drivers raced the Indy cars, and it kind of added some excitement to it. I realize Indy's an international race, but we do have to make some changes if we're going to continue to bring younger people into it. And I agree with him: is open up the technology, and as long as they follow the rules, you let them race any kind of technology they want, and maybe that would add some excitement to it. Uh, Overall, I thought it was a very interesting lecture, and I learned quite a bit.